All right, all right. So tonight we're going to be getting into this topic, which has so many layers. Like we could go so many different directions with this topic. It's just so amazing. But we're going to be talking about ageism, and specifically relational ageism, because there of course is ageism in the workplace, ageism in social networks and components of that sort. But tonight we'll be discussing relational ageism. So it's just love without age boundaries, right? How can we open up our hearts and our love to individuals who are not necessarily in our age brackets? Okay. So we'll be tackling, personal preference, beliefs. Is it good? Is it bad? The pros and cons, the stigma that surrounds it. Is it conditional? Does it have ulterior motives? Is there a reason, that women like younger men or younger men like older women, and social acceptance? Because I think there is a fear to some to experience and open up to different age brackets, which can boil down to social acceptance sometimes, or just personal beliefs, however you get into it. But we're going to be talking about all of that good stuff and tapping into everybody's perspectives on this topic, which is going to get really crazy. I promise you.
Crazy.
It's going to get really crazy, guys. So buckle up. I'm telling you. Let's go.
Where do you want to start? KD, what's your thoughts on ageism?
I'm back now.
Hey.
You know what I mean?
Y'all would have to start with me, wouldn't you? Okay. Well, I mean, I did not realize it was so that so many younger guys do actually like older women. I have never really thought that it could work, to be honest with you. I mean, that's just me. I didn't think it could work because of the generational gap of it. Now, obviously, I've never been in one, so I'm only speaking of what I think it would be. But I really think that the generational gap would present problems. Um, it's a whole lot of different areas where I could see a problem. But
Where's
on the other hand, now, if it's true love, really true love, I see nothing wrong with it.
Why do you think it has all these problems, though, Kaden?
Well, I mean, if you see an older man with a younger woman, people don't really pay any attention to that. But if you see an older woman with a younger man, I mean, it's just taboo. I mean, it's
Do you think that that's taboo, Aisha?
I don't.
Yeah,
But I know that a lot of people from the older generations, etc., they do believe that. Like my mom has some strong thoughts and feelings on that, and I, am actually partnered with a younger man right now. So she's been very verbal about just what the intentions are on both sides, my side and his side. So I do see where some people feel and think that it is taboo just by beliefs, what we were taught, what we are thought to be correct.
All right, so let me ask y'all, do y'all think that it's easier for older man, younger woman, or older woman, younger man? What side do y'all fall on? Do y'all think is easier?
older man, younger woman.
What's your thoughts, Nell?
Yeah, older man, younger woman. You know my story. I live with this every day. This is something that I live with as far as my preference.
Right.
And just the challenges that I've faced, and also just the I want to say community, but just being in this younger man, mature woman. I don't like to say older because it puts a stigmatism placed on that. I just like to say mature. As a mature, dating a mature woman, it always was a challenge. It always came with adversity. it always came with always having to explain my intentions and making sure that my actions always align with what I said, right? And that's how it was always supposed to be. But it always was a microscope on that, because it was always, oh, well, you only want this older woman for the things that she can do for you, or you're looking for somebody to teach you things, or you're looking for a mother. And all of those things were so untrue, right?
What's up?
As we know, I have a mother, and my mother is great, as we talked about a couple of shows ago. As far as having somebody to do and take care of me financially is crazy. 100 times out of 100 times, I made more money in my relationships than the woman I've dated. Right. And that's no knock on them. Or being able for them to show me something. In a relationship, aren't you supposed to show your partner things, regardless if y'all the same age, younger or older? Because you come from different experiences in life and you come from different backgrounds. So that right there should lend itself to y'all being able to teach something to the other person that they may have never experienced before. So I just think a lot of inconsistencies come with relationships when it comes with a younger man dating an older woman versus an older man dating a younger woman.
All right, so let's break this down, by particles. Let's break this down. So let's say everybody say what's the youngest they'll date, or what's the youngest they'll be in a relationship. So we'll say what's the youngest you'll do in a relationship, and what's the youngest you'll do in a smash session. So let's get with the shits.
Wow, really, T?
Y'all being political, so we gotta open this up. So let's go around and everybody say what's the youngest you'll do in a relationship, and the youngest you'll do in a moment in time. who wants to
let me go first, y'all.
Go ahead, Nell.
All right, so the youngest that I'm going to date, I'm 41 now. The youngest I date, I like them older, so I'm gonna say mid 40s, 50s is the youngest. The oldest I'm dating is casket, and that's I said this Thursday. I use that exact term. The oldest I'm going to date is somebody that's close to the casket. I don't care, if I rock with you, I rock with you. I don't care about age. I don't care about none of that shit. I don't care if you 2 steps away from you having a cane. I don't care if you 3 weeks away from being put in the nursing home. If you touch my heart and I got love for you, we rocking and rolling. So I don't have that right there. Doesn't bother me. People say, well, what happens when I get older and I change? Shit, we all gonna get older. So we just gonna get older together. What happens if I don't look the same as I look now? I don't look the same as I looked 10 years ago.
No. So let's address this big misconception. So the biggest misconception is that women look at us and think that we choose. Well, I'm not going to say you because you like the old heads, but I'm going to say that they think that we sometimes choose younger women because it's easier, to manipulate and to control them. That's the biggest misconception when it comes to ageism. And sometimes it might not be that deep. It might just be a physical attraction to a younger female. So what is your thoughts on that?
I think that's I agree with that a lot. You always hear, whether it be a disagreement that you may have with this person. Like, let's say y'all start talking, y'all getting to know each other, you and this older woman, and a disagreement happens first, or they see something that they don't kind of understand. You're getting a lot of love on your social media accounts and things like this, and people saying this and that. The first thing they want to say is, you got a bunch of young girls following behind you, or go get that young girl now that because man, you got having a disagreement. It'd be a number of different things that don't be the case. And I say to them, like, do you think I would be chasing after you or even courting you if there wasn't some sort of something there? Like, I would just go with the young girl from the start.
Right.
I would have just went with that. I would have just went to that. or to be, oh, you a nice looking guy. I know you got a flock of women after, flock of young girls after you. It don't always be the case.
Okay, so Nell, so what is a challenge that you face in talking to older women?
Just that is being them taking you serious, especially when you know where your heart lies, right? Because to me, it's second nature. It's just that's what I like. That's always been me. You know, we known each other since we were babies,
right?
And you know, since I was 10, 12, 11 years old, running up and down the block, my crushes were older women, way older than I was, and people looked at me like I was crazy. But that always was what I wanted, and I knew what I wanted, and I always went after what I wanted, and showed them that this ain't just a fad. This ain't just for the time being. This is what I want, and I know what I want.
All right, so ladies, let us know y'all age limits on both sides, and what do y'all think the challenges are? You know, who wants to go?
You know what's so funny?
Let the ladies go, Nell. Let the ladies go.
Yeah, let the ladies go. You know what? Let the ladies go. Because I got a lot. I could do this all night. I could do this all night.
Now ready to go. Nell's ready to go.
Ready to bust. I'm ready to shoot.
What's up, ladies?
Go ahead, Carrie. You want to go first?
Oh man. So you said what's the oldest I'll go and what's the youngest I'll go?
Right, both. Tell us both.
Shit. See, okay, well, the oldest, well, hell, I went 8 years. That's what my ex was. Probably depending on the individual, you know, like Nell say, the grave or whatever. If, in all honesty, it's gonna depend on their physical movement with me. Like if I meet a gentleman that is 10, 15 years my senior, that's fine, but he has to be in pretty good shape, you know. Um, and then now that's not to say that if we get together and something happened to him, I wouldn't be there. That's a totally different ball game, you know.
Hold on, KD. What do you mean? You wouldn't be there?
No, I'm saying, like if we got together and
Right.
you know they were in decent shape, and then something happened to him, I would not desert him because the love is there. Then,
Okay,
you know.
So what's the youngest, KD?
Oh man, I don't know, man. I mean, I have had them coming at me as young as 35, y'all. What is up with that? So I really don't know. It's gonna depend on the maturity level. It's gonna really depend on the maturity level. But I know that I would not go any lower than I could not go past 40. I couldn't.
40.
I mean I couldn't go under 40.
All right, so KD, if you had a moment of vulnerability, and you was caught up in a crime of passion, and this young man, you was feeling this young man at the time, and it's not something that you're gonna take home, but it's just a thing.
Right.
Is this something that you
just a smash?
Yeah, is this something that you could possibly entertain?
I could. I've seen times when I said no, but I could. If it's just like a never look back thing or whatever, yeah, I probably could.
All right, Aisha, you on the hot seat. What's up?
So I think the youngest I'll go is like 10 years either way. I think 10 years either way. The youngest I would go is 10 years younger than me. Because I do have a 25-year-old son, so I have to be mindful of that as well.
Yeah,
like, I'm not going to get too close to my son's age because that's just real out of pocket. Son will be like, "Mom, what is going on here? Like, you bugging." But and the oldest I would entertain would be the same, about 10 years, 50.
Okay, what challenges do you think you faced on either side of the spectrum?
Well, I think it's all about, again, as we've all spoken on maturity level and things of that. I tend to think that the most common misconceptions or the most common problems that people have is just a lack of communication, and their wants and their needs during their age range. So meaning, if we're open enough to say, hey, this is at 43, this is what I need, and at 33, this is where I am, you know what I mean? How can we create a happy space for us both in our age difference? So if we're able to do that and communicate, I think there wouldn't be many problems.
Right.
It could be smooth.
Mhm.
Everybody could be happy and get what they need and be fulfilled in all aspects. And the same thing with, you know, an older situation as well. You know, what is that individual bringing to your life, no matter what age they are? What are they bringing to their life to fulfill you?
Okay, can we address what Brenda Robinson had said? Can somebody read this, please? And give me their thoughts.
She said, I'm in a relationship with a man 17 years younger than me. She got an exponential amount of hearts.
Is that 17 hearts to go with the like, what might be 17 hearts to go with the
How
You know
how
what?
long have y'all been together, Barbara? Mr. Brenda?
You know what that looks like to me is that she happy,
Right.
regardless of
Mm-hmm.
how long they've been or whatever. It just
Yeah,
shows
she's
that
happy.
she don't have a problem with expressing that she's in love with somebody who's younger than her.
Okay,
And I'm sure she sees I'm sure, you know, it's like once you get into this world, into this complexity of whatever it is that your mom told you that it probably wasn't for you, but you got into it, you'll see it's no different from dealing with somebody that was your age, because there's something there that both of y'all can enjoy, and it's each other, right? Because
Mm-hmm.
once you see past the age, you'll see that this is a man that has love and feelings and, you know, compassion for you the way you needed it to be. Yeah, things are probably going, you know, have its ups and downs, and that's just life. But you know what I mean? When somebody touch your heart, it doesn't matter what age it is. It's like it's asinine.
That's true.
And that's the challenges that I always speak about to people. Like, all right, cool, I see you have an issue with this, right? But if you've been in these type of relationships all your life and they haven't worked, why continue the perpetuation? Why continue the cycle? Try something different. And that different might just be somebody a little bit younger than you, right? Because you can teach each other the ins and outs of each you and what makes you tick, and what they see, what their experiences is, and what this looks like. You know what I mean?
Okay, Brenda said that they're in love. So Brenda, we just need to know, how long have y'all been together?
Because you know, I know you and Nell may not have heard of this term, but I'm pretty sure Aisha have. Twin flame.
KD, did you read my book?
Huh?
What you
Did
think?
you read my book?
Over here, Kitty.
I did. But this is why.
Hold on. Hold the phone. Did you say that to me? Hold the phone. Did you just say that to me? Katie, did you read my book? That's all I asked you.
Oh, she went black.
Yes, I did read your book, T, but I forgot about the twin flame thing. But I said that to say this. Usually in twin flame situations, there is an age gap. So, you know, Brenda may have her twin flame.
She said she's very happy. Yes. Yeah, that's
Mm-hmm.
what's up. I just want to say that I don't really think age matters on either side. There's pros and cons either way. But I'm gonna say that I have to be physically attracted to you. Like I don't care if you're older or younger, I have to be physically attracted to you. That's like almost number one, if not number two, in my books are.
People get that misconstrued anyway. The first interaction with a person is a physical.
Right.
You don't know them. Shit. Like, you walk past them in a grocery store, you're physically attracted to this person. And I think people want to glaze over that and think that, oh shit, I'm being hot in the ass because I feel something physically for this person. No, be real with yourself. You physically are attracted to this person, which is helping you to move forward with giving this person your phone number, giving this person the time of day. Now, in that scenario, you now get to learn this person. You get a chance to talk to them, have mature conversation. You'll know within the first 15 minutes or the first day if this person is going to be somewhat compatible based upon just what they say out their mouth. And yes, you run into some that in the beginning have they pitch down pat, but you'll be able to weed them out just like any regular man or woman that you've met and see which person is right for you. And you'll typically see a younger man is working so much harder to get you to see that he really is into you and all into you, because it's a whole different dynamic in dealing with a woman that's much more mature or older than you, because she comes with some, and 99% of the cases, she comes with a family already established, kids, experience, life lessons, and all that. And
I'm gonna say, hold on, Nell, and I'm gonna say that I'm gonna say that maturity doesn't equal your age all the time, because I've met people that's younger, that's mature, and I've met people that's older, that's immature. So maturity doesn't always come with age. But KD, your people are coming for you in the comments. Your own people are coming for you.
They ain't know you was smashing, KD.
Now, Ebony, come on now. Ebony, okay now, Ebony, you know me a little bit better.
Yeah, and I agree. Maturity doesn't always come with age. When I was speaking on maturity, I was speaking on the aspect of certain life lessons that we've learned that has made us mature in that scenario. Right. But it's challenging. I've dealt with women that had children, and I had to show them that not only was I invested in them, but invested in a total package, and their children were a part of that. Right? I've never had bad relationships with any of the women that I've ever dated and their children. Like, never. It always was a cool situation because I knew what came with that, and I never discounted that. I always made sure that they knew she was a priority in my life, and that they were a priority in her life, which made it a priority in my life. And even if not even trying to play daddy, but just being concerned. Oh, hey, how's the kids today? Or how did little Sarah, little Bobby, or little Joe did on their test today? Or you need help with anything that's concerning your household. And that's what shows that you're truly into a person and not just there for what you can get out of them. You're not just there for the perks. You're there for them.
Okay, I seen Kenya say in the comments that when she was younger, she dated somebody who was 11 years older than her, who tried to son her, like basically try to, treat her like a child. So have y'all experienced that in dealing with somebody that's older than you, where they try to treat you like they're, above you? They try to son you, like, because they're older than you. Have y'all ever experienced that?
I wish the fuck I would.
Yeah, nah.
Like, my personality too big for that. Like, I'm the man. I'm a man at the end of the day, and I represent myself as such. So people going to try you and test you to see how far they can get. Right? That's what anybody's going to see how far they can take themselves. But if you stand your ground and you let them know, all right, cool, I see what you're doing, but this ain't that. They kind of like, all right, I can respect that, because everybody's going to try you. That's just life. People going to see how far they can get, what they can get over with, and once they realize it ain't that over here, then they kind of like, all right, I'm dealing with a man. Let me chill out. KD, I'm
now, as far as that go, I don't think it matter what the age. As far as that go, you can find people within the same age range, and one is going to try to be more controlling than the other. I mean, that's just something you're going to find in any relationship, and that's just when you have to come to an understanding.
All right, can I throw out the elephant in the room? Let's
start some shit. I'm ready.
Physically, what have you experienced better physically, older or younger?
I ain't even gonna hold you.
Everybody's quiet. See, when I drop something, then everybody gets quiet.
I ain't quiet.
No.
Yo,
Waiting my
older
turn.
women got something with them. Nigga, men are in their primes when we're younger. Women are in their primes when they get to be a little older, right? A mature woman, older woman, as they say, she that. She ready to roll. Whereas we, in our younger years, we much more rabbity. I haven't had no problem.
All right, Aisha,
Younger. I mean, I've never been in a space sexually with an older guy, so I don't really have anything to balance off of that. Like, you know, entertaining or whatever is one thing, but sexually, I'm going to go with the younger. They can keep up.
Everybody in the comments, hold on, Aisha. We're not going to go glaze across. You said they can keep up.
They can keep up.
You can't keep up.
They can keep up.
Look, Kenya is so excited she couldn't even spell younger right. That's
right, Kenya.
Tara said
that's that Southern slang right there.
What's up, today?
I not like I have much to go on, but I would have to say same age for the same age.
Same age. He going to sleep. He going to sleep.
Yeah, I mean the same. Okay. The question was, what was the question, T?
What have you experienced better physically, younger or older?
Same age. I mean, I have to say the same age.
We gotta bring you outside, KD.
So have you experienced somebody younger than you?
I'm not going to allow that. We gotta bring you outside.
So have you experienced? Well, the question is, have you experienced somebody that was younger than you?
Right.
Because if you
have,
okay.
So how was it physically more intense than it was with the older guy?
The same.
Wow. Okay, KD.
The same intensity. We're
gonna let you rock. I'm gonna say it is a lot of older ones that got some special skills, but the younger ones can, you know.
But now I haven't been in the company of
the younger ones can raise up on those knees a little longer, and they can also have a little bit more appetite from what I've seen. I mean,
and probably do. I just didn't have long. Okay, I didn't have long with the young.
I'm gonna keep it funkier than the big girl panties. You dig? Older men ain't doing the spontaneous pop-ups, driving long distances to go check their lady just to physically please them, right? I'm sure that's not something that you're gonna find somebody that's a little bit more mature doing because they don't feel like they have to.
Right.
I done jumped in cars and took trips and surprised my shorty and did what I had to do and popped up on them type situations and left the scene like, all right, that is drop the mic after that. You know what I mean? So yeah, in certain situations when y'all in that, we about to get it on, it might be the same. But it's certain spontaneous situations that you might not get from the same age group or older that you're going to get from somebody that's a little bit more peppy and they step thinking outside the box.
Right.
Or
that's true now.
Got a different sense of situation because it's different. The pop-ups be different.
All right, so let me ask y'all last question before we move on. Let me ask y'all, how do you feel your personal sex drive is now as you are now, or when you was younger? How do you feel like your personal sex drive? Is it higher now or is it less now?
Mine is higher.
So, my shit's still the same.
That's what I'm saying. My shit is always on 10. Always been on 10. Always gonna be on 10. They gonna roll me in the casket. I'll be on 10.
You know what I mean? But you know what? I will say with age comes learning different things, right? Yes. With just being able to evolve, it helps you to learn different things, and it just takes you to a different level. It takes it to just bang into really digging into the person and really making sure that they get theirs along with you getting yours. I've experienced that as I've gotten older, because you mature, you grow, and it ain't even about because I'm older. It's just my sense of taking care of both has heightened.
Yeah, Brenda said the young boy is bringing it. You know, she said her young boy is bringing it.
A young boy killing it.
Yo,
that's
Brenda in love.
Her youngin had her writing a book about it, so that that thing on go.
Brenda said she in love. She got a young tenderoni.
Gotta get you.
I ain't mad at you, girl. I'm not
at all.
And then sometimes too, you got the young boys that want to do things. They want to be outside, and they want to take they girls on different situations that the older men may have never did with them.
Right.
Taking them on vacations, taking them to different places, letting them see different parts of a lot of parts that they got their hands on. That's a new thing. Like, damn, we can kind of attribute that to the new culture. Look at the culture that we got going on, the young culture now. They embrace relationships. They put it out there. You know what I mean? They don't run from it.
Shit, they're talking about trips and stuff. Come on, young man. Look, come on.
Huh? Trips?
Come on, young man. Talking about trips and shit.
I'll take a boy on a trip, and I'll take my short on a trip in a minute. You know what I mean? Because it's things I want to do on that trip. I want to do things. I want to bend you over the balcony on the boat. I want to run on the beach and be naked and do shit like that and get locked up. And
all right, hold on now.
Yeah.
That's the ladies. So as y'all saying y'all sex drive is higher, are y'all voicing this? Is this being communicated? Because all the time this is not being communicated. So how are y'all with the communication in that area? Are y'all voicing this?
Yeah, I am for sure.
No.
Katie says no. And
I have no one to voice it to. Hell, I show it when I can. I show it, but I'm not gonna voice it.
You gotta voice it.
I'm not gonna tell them I'm hot in the ass. No, I'm not gonna voice it.
What's wrong with that, Katie?
Yeah.
I show them. Actions speak louder than words.
Yeah, but it's also good to hear. It's also good to hear.
Yeah.
It's also a big
actions speak louder than words.
No, it don't.
Hey, that's a bigger turn on to hear it.
Yeah. That action speak louder than words. That's so cliche.
Right.
That it don't like. Could you imagine you calling your man up and you be like, "Yo, babe, I want to suck your dick."
Yeah, I mean,
right.
No, I'm just saying. We uncensored over here. Could you?
Yeah.
I'm still learning, y'all.
I got home and I look at you. You got an attitude or whatever, or I come in the house and say, "Damn, where the food at?" And you get mad at me, and then you don't want to do what you was thinking about doing. Tell me what you want.
So right, but you got to back it up too with the actions, Karen. Yes, I do agree with the actions, but you also have to reaffirm it with the spoken. You know, making sure he knows it as well, like how much you want him, how much you desire him, and things of that nature. You know, it's important. Then you hop on.
Right.
Hey, you gotta say that.
Yeah.
You gotta say that then. You gotta say that then.
Right.
He said you gotta say that shit.
Because you could be feeling a certain way inside, Karen. You could be feeling hot. You could be feeling horny. He might not necessarily be able to pick up on them vibes. He won't know.
You watching the game? You gotta say that.
I mean, now wait a minute. Now, y'all know I haven't been around anyone. Now, if I am in the presence of them and I'm feeling hot, then yeah, I'm gonna express it. Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna express it then.
What if you're not feeling hot and you just want to do it? like in the bed, it could be 3 o'clock in the morning. I could be knocked out, snoring, slobber coming down the side of my cheek, looking a mess, right? Jump on top of my joint.
I do. Oh, now I've done stuff like that. I mean, like, I have.
Don't let me rest.
I mean, I got the hell knocked out of me, so maybe that's why I'm scared to do it. Because my husband knocked me across the damn room.
You gotta let them know verbally. I know that's right, Brenda.
He knocked you across the room when you tried it?
Yeah.
He was crazy.
Who knocked somebody across the room?
Her husband knocked her across the room when
he said he was asleep, and I woke him up. So I didn't try it anymore.
This
try it anymore.
This falls into knowing your mate. That's where it falls. You have to know your mate. That's good for certain people, but that's not good for everybody. You have to know your mate. Like
sometimes when you don't
knock
feel
you across the room, unless I've knocked you across the room. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
I'm never going to knock you across the room when it's knowledge time. Ever.
Right. Or knocking somebody across the room, maybe for like getting too close to that booty hole or something. Then you might get a little nudge, and you falling off the bed. But yeah, that's like you said, knowing your partner is important too, because you know the boundaries. You know the boundaries.
Right. Like look at the comments.
Right.
The comments is going to educate you. The ladies is here for you. They telling you what to do. Janine says send pictures while he at work.
I have done all of that, you guys. I mean, I used to be into that. I did, and when I get into a relationship like that, I'm not opposed. I'm not 100% opposed to that. I am careful about sending pictures. I mean, I'm just a little bit leery about that, but I'm not opposed to it at all. I mean, I am not opposed to stimulating that mind to make them want me.
All right, let's wrap up. No, last words. Let's get out of here. Last words on ageism. What's up?
Huh? Last words on ageism. Go get it. It don't matter if.
Look, all the ladies got these young boys putting out work, man.
Hey! Okay, now I do have to ask this one question now. T say that because I asked T, what is it about the older woman that make the younger man want them? He says it's like a badge of honor. So that made me think that it's more like a game.
No, I said like when we was younger, like when we was teenagers, it was like a badge of honor. When you was a teenager, when you was like 14, 15 and you got a 19, 20-year-old, that's a badge of honor when I'm coming up.
Like when he was like we all grew up together. So when he was 15, 16, 17 and he had a 19, 20, 21-year-old, it was like damn, he high society.
Right.
When I was 15, 16, 17-year-old, I was talking to 44-year-olds, 50-year-olds. And it was just Nell was crazy. So for me, it always was because that was my preference. That's who I was physically attracted to. T can attest, I had girls my age and younger trying to holler. He knew them. And I was fleeing them. And they was like, yo, Nell, why the girl like you, she keep coming around. I don't got my eyes on her. I got my eyes on, you know what I mean? The lady 2 steps down. Her, she old. That's who I like. That's because that's what I wanted. That's who I like. So for each person, it's different.
Right. But I'm gonna say, hold on now. I'm gonna say, I wouldn't say it's a badge of honor now as an adult, Katie. As an adult, you know, it's different circumstances. So it might be this guy might have a mommy complex. It might be this guy might have a mommy complex. It might be this guy is tired of dealing with the younger ones, and they have, you know, all kinds of drama. The little young girls got all kinds of drama that you just don't got time for. So they might just want to get away from all of that, you know, young girl drama. So, you know, in different circumstances, it's different reasons. But a lot of guys are looking to be, you know, more with the older women, just because it's like a settling thing. It's like they you know, you trying to get your shit together, and they might have their shit together. The younger girls, they don't even know what their shit is yet.
Yeah, that's true.
So that's what it is. Like the younger, they don't even know.
And somebody asked me, or if I was ever asked, well, why someone older is always and not someone younger is just not just me saying it's my preference, but because been there, done that.
Right.
A lot of now you can't say that nowadays because a lot of people try to revert back to being younger, or you know, trying to, you know, live their childhood or teenage years again. But for the most part, just been there and done that. The club scene, the partying, the kicking out windows and just the all the nonsense and the theatrics. And hopefully they're at the point in their life where they're much more settled and stable mentally.
Right.
It ain't even physically. It ain't even just financially. It's mentally stable in a point where they're like, all right, I know what I want. I'm obtained it, or I'm trying to obtain it. And it's just a different air that comes with it because you move differently when you're going for something or you've got something and you're trying to maintain it or grow it versus trying to figure your life out.
Right.
Mm-hmm. Well, now as far as like trying to look younger, I even like started like letting my gray show, thinking that was gonna like ward off the younger guys.
But
I
KD,
think they,
hold on, let me ask you, KD, why are you trying to warn them off?
I mean, they're like a swoon of flies right now, T. I'm not gonna even lie.
Why are you trying to warn them off though?
Did you just not hear me? I mean,
because it's a sworn of flies. That don't mean
I mean, no, they get younger and younger and younger and younger. And
what's wrong with that? That's what I'm asking. What's wrong with that?
Yeah, what's wrong with it? What's wrong with a younger man? What's wrong with it?
You see these ladies in the comments talking about how they getting laid and slayed.
Okay, ladies, I mean, okay, I'm talking about guys in their 30s and stuff like that. I mean, you know, like, and like it's like Aisha say, I have a son that is 26. I mean, I have guys his age have tried to like come at me.
But
that is not.
What's wrong with the 35-year-old?
Yeah, what's wrong?
Oh.
What's wrong with the 35?
Do you have a preconceived?
I may smash him. I may smash him, but nobody'll know it.
What? You couldn't fall in love with him? You couldn't be in a relationship with him?
I'm not gonna say that I couldn't, because you can't help what the heart do. That's one thing you cannot help. I can just say I can put up barriers and try to avoid that from happening. But you can't never say that you won't fall in love with them.
They're good enough to go up in the guts, but they ain't good enough to be loved.
Damn,
Katie, you age shaming. I'm calling the people on you.
We're gonna call Peter on you. Peter don't like that.
Oh, we're not doing that. We're not doing that. Okay, I'm calling the people on you.
I can't.
Well, like I say, I never say. I just try not to put myself in that position. I put it that way. I put somebody 35. It's gonna be a barriers like crazy. Now, I will say. Now, I will say I have went younger and the young man. I didn't even know it was young. I'm gonna put it that way. Okay, he was growner than me down below. So I'm never gonna say never.
Just to wrap this up and put a nice little bow on it. T asked the question earlier. This is not to change nobody's mind. You know, we just having a conversation as we see the people in the comments, and you know, you're entitled to what it is that you like. It's just sometimes we just have to open up our minds, and take our thoughts a step further and see. Sometimes we unearth things that we thought was taboo, right. And we start to live in our truth when we see things for actually what it's worth and not for what somebody may say about it or what you may thought it happened. Because you ran up across things that you said, oh shit, if I'd have known this earlier, I would have been hopped on it.
Right.
And that's basically what we're doing. We're not trying to steer nobody to go to the way we went or any other way other than what they want. To each his own. You know, if you happy in your relationship, be it younger or older or even right there in the middle, then do your thing. And that's all that matters is happiness. Opening up our minds and growing together is the greatest gift that we can give ourselves, and that's the gift of maturity. You know what I mean? So that's the resounding message here. You know, just some certain things we like to give a certain level of respect to, or just put a different lens to it, I should say, and see what it looks like from different perspectives. You know, people who live with it each and every day. Some people who may have dabbled in it a little bit, and some who haven't even tried it out yet, and see what their thoughts are, and just coming up with a consensus that, you know, helps each other to make you know, different thoughts and determinations on how they want to proceed.
All right,
so